understand first what is conflict and how it is different from dispute. Okay, conflict is a difference in opinion, ideas, beliefs, values of goal. It can be resolved through an amicable settlement. What is conflict? Let's understand one thing. Like, for example, you guys are working in the commercial department and you have a senior quantity surveyor. You are a commercial manager and you have a senior quantity surveyor. Now the variation has come. The consultant has given one engineering instruction and there is a variation. Okay. So as per the variation, when you are reviewing, when the senior quantity surveyor is reviewing, he thinks that the rate to be used for this one particular item is not there in the BOQ. Okay, it's not there in the BOQ and we need to develop a new rate. Okay, this is his understanding. So now you as a commercial manager, you also go through the engineering instruction and you see that the rate for that particular item is already there in the BOQ. Okay, or nearest there is the nearest item is there and we can use that particular rate. Let's consider you are having a pipe of 400 mm. There is a chilled water pipe 400 mm in the BOQ, whereas the new instruction which is received, it is showing 425 mm of pipe. Now, what your senior quantity service saying? No, we will not go with this pro rata. Let's get a new rate and build up a new rate and we'll submit it. Whereas you are saying as a commercial manager, you are saying no, it's 400 mm, 425 mm. Let's do some pro rata and let's submit it. Okay. So now this is a conflict. You both are not agreeing. There is a difference in opinion. Okay, so how can be this resolved? Okay, you both can come together. He will give his pricing. He will say that okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what it is going to cost us. Okay, and this is the background. This is the reason why I am saying we have to go with a new rate. Whereas you will show some preambles. You will say that okay, you have 400 mm pipe. You have 450 mm pipe. You will take in between the average of this, and we can go ahead. Okay, so if you both can come together and conclude and come to one amicable settlement, then the conflict is avoided. Okay, there is no further conflict. You will come to an agreement that okay, let's go with this pro rata rates, and you will submitting the variation. Whereas if both of you disagree, okay, both of you, so senior quantity survey is saying no, we have to go with this rate, whereas you are saying no, then you both go to your senior director. Okay, so this is when a dispute, a conflict has become a dispute. You are going to him, and he is the one who is going to resolve it. Okay, so now there is a difference in opinion. The conflict cannot be avoided, and that is the reason you are going to some third party, and he is the one. And now it is no more conflict. Because there is a difference in opinion. Correct? It cannot be amicably settled. So you are going to a third person who is going to actually resolve this. Okay. So that is why it is called a dispute. Okay. So now he is going to take the decision whether what is correct and what is wrong, and he is going to give, and that you have to follow. So that is one particular example. Okay, guys. So we will see how when the conflict escalates between the contractor and the client, or a consultant and the contractor, and how it goes to a third party, and which are these third party. Okay, guys. Conflict is a difference in opinion, ideas, beliefs, and values of goals. It can be resolved through amicable settlement. To avoid conflict, we should make sure that we have a legally binding contract. This is for higher level. When you are going for if you are having a conflict in contracts and all between the contractor and the client, so you cannot go into the conflict or a dispute when there is no contract. So that is obvious. He cannot be a contractor if there is no binding documents. Okay, guys. So contract terms and condition. Okay. However, if the conflict escalates and leads to a non-productive result. So in this case, the example which I gave you, it was non-productive because you both are disagreeing. So you cannot keep quiet and say that okay, why I am correct or I am correct. Okay. So you have to go to one person who is going to actually resolve this. Okay, which needs to be resolved in an adversarial manner. This time we can call this conflict as a dispute. Okay. So this is also one of the questions where most of the assessors ask, can you tell me the difference between conflict and dispute? Okay, so just give a simple example when there is a disagreement between the two parties on a small thing, okay, and which can be easily settled is called a conflict. Whereas if it is still there is a disagreement exist and it cannot be resolved between the two of them, okay, guys, and it is still needs to be escalated. So in that case, it is no more dispute. It has become a conflict. It is no more a conflict. It has become a dispute. Okay, guys, conflict, dispute. Try to understand. Yeah, it is not. Maybe it sounds like okay, conflict and dispute is the same. No, conflict is separate. Dispute is separate. Okay, guys.